I remember one particular instance of intercessory prayer that was most unique. I could take you right now down south on I-25 into the rough section of the road. I used to live in Fountain, Colorado. I had bought my first mobile home there. And I'll never forget, I was coming into town, so I was heading north on I-25. As I was driving down the road, and it wasn't much traffic out, all of a sudden, this burden came on me. And I knew it wasn't just me not feeling good that day. I knew it was the Holy Spirit putting something on me. And all of a sudden, I began to pray in other tongues. And even as I'm telling you this story now, I can feel this. I started to weep. I started to intercede. I'm going to be quite honest. I would be embarrassed if you heard what I sounded like that day. Nobody was in the car with me. There were no cars around me. I looked in the rearview mirror. It was clear for quite a ways. And up in front of me, there was nobody beside me. And I began to weep almost uncontrollably. Tears were flooding out of my eyes. I was able to drive carefully. I stayed on the road, all that, but I was weeping. And it was an intercession. It was a prayer coming up out of my spirit. And then all of a sudden, I was so caught up in the prayer, it lifted. And I thought, oh, it's over with. Maybe this is taken care of. And about that time, a car comes right up beside me, passes me, and goes on. And then all of a sudden, just as soon as the car got out of sight, it came right back on me and I began to weep. I began to travail. There was groaning on the inside of me. And I prayed and I was still weeping. And I knew that it wasn't something that was wrong with me. Now, that was one time I was interceding. Honestly, I don't know who or what I was interceding for, but I do know that the Holy Spirit was taking hold together with me of something, and together we were moving that burden out of the way until I finally felt the release of the Holy Spirit.